My name is Tom Weber. I have the privilege of being the Commissioner at the Department of Early Education and Care. I want to recognize, obviously, the leadership of Speaker Bob DeLeo, not only for the commitment that he's making to our issues in this session, but the leadership that he's brought, in particular, over the last 2 years to make progress within the state budget. It's been greatly appreciated, and it's allowed us to advance our work. And we've been able to accomplish that with other state leaders. And we have here today Speaker Pro Tem Pat Haddad, otherwise known to you as the godmother of the Department of Early Education and Care. We have here Chairwoman Sonia Chang Diaz, who's been a wonderful partner in the state Senate. And also I know that later on today, Chairwoman Alice Peisch will be joining us. I want to thank the leadership of this group, Leo Delaney, Marie St. Fleur. I have to say, Marie, when I stepped into the room, I didn't feel so hot, but now that I step up to the podium following you, I don't know if you set it on fire, but it certainly feels that way from up here. And I want to thank Kiara for that wonderful testimonial on behalf of herself, but really on behalf of all the carers who populate this work. We know, unfortunately, that story is not an uncommon story, and it's an important one for us to recognize. Put Massachusetts kids first. You can't put it any better than that. That's an agenda not only for the children of this state, but it's an agenda for the entire Commonwealth. Right now, as we gather, 225,000 infants, toddlers, and preschoolers and school-age children are being served by 70,000 providers across this state. That is extraordinarily important to keep in mind. And what are they accomplishing? I think the better question is, what aren't they accomplishing? And Marie has spoken to this point already. They're supporting Massachusetts businesses by giving employees a safe environment to put their kids in the course of the day. And they're the beginning not only of the education pipeline, but it's the beginning of the workforce development pipeline. And that, for a state like Massachusetts, which is so highly dependent on a high-skilled workforce, is the lifeblood of our economy. They're supporting families by giving them an opportunity to participate in the economy and to take their stake of opportunity and to try to make their way towards the American dream. And of course, they're supporting our children. They're supporting their healthy development, their social, emotional, and academic foundation for future lifelong success and academic success. Your impact is huge, and I would dare say that there are few, if any, public policies in this state that have the broad-ranging impact of high-quality early education and care. You're delivering it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 12 months a year. It's hard work and it's important work, and I commend you for that. Massachusetts is poised like never before to deliver on the scientifically validated, academically research-based, and just common sense promise of high quality early education and care to Massachusetts children. We're able to do this through the sacrifice of the field and through the efforts of the Department of Early Education and Care. I have the privilege of working with some dedicated people at EEC. We've had the opportunity through the Race to the Top Early Learning Challenge to invest in our system. We have a wonderful opportunity ahead of us with the Preschool Expansion Grant to deliver on a model of high-quality preschool within those 5 districts and to expand upon that model. And over the last 2 years, we've been able to expand services to an additional 5,000 income-eligible children and close to 1,500 children who are with the Department of Children and Families. That's wonderful progress, but there's a lot more to be done. You're doing something incredibly important today. You're bringing a voice and a face to the young children and families of this state. And that's not a group that can really represent themselves well within a democracy. And frankly, what you're doing today is where the rubber hits the road. It's vitally important that people understand precisely what is going on within their own districts. And looking here today with the broad representation across our mixed delivery system and the broad representation of folks from across this state, you have the ability to deliver that today. So on behalf of the Baker administration and on behalf of the department whose mission I am so very proud to serve, I want to thank you for the leadership that you bring each and every day. And I want to thank you very much for what you're doing today. Your advocacy is essential to our work. There is progress to be made. There's a great opportunity ahead of us, and I look forward to working with each of you over the course of this year and over the course of this legislative session to make the most of the opportunities that are present for our young children and families. Thank you.